What's up, guys? So today we're going to be doing a leak down test on our N54 engine, BMW. It's my 335i. Been having a smoking issue, and today will be the day to see if we're dealing with an engine issue or it's the turbo smoking. I've done a whole bunch of things to try to fix it. Valve seals, oil catch can, new PCV valve, a whole bunch of fixes I was hoping would do it, but didn't do it. So I'm definitely still leaning towards the turbos before I go and do a single turbo from Dock Racing. It's pricey. It's gonna be like $5,500. I'd rather see if it's the engine. Honestly, the engine would be cheaper to replace. I can get an engine for around $25,000 to $3,500. And yeah, so this is gonna be the way to do it. You can check with a compression test, but the compression test will leave information to be desired. This will tell us right where our leak is, if we have one, or if all the cylinders are in good shape or not. So this is the leak tester. It's OTC, good brand. Use their tools on a few other things. Hose. This bad boy. So basically we're going to pressurize cylinder to 100 psi, and then we'll see what the cylinder pressure is at, and it'll tell us our percentage of leak. We're looking for between 10% leak is acceptable. We're looking for a little better than that, hopefully, but if it's over 20%, so 80, that means we're going to have an engine issue, not necessarily a turbo issue. So this will give us a direction we can go in before we start spending some real money. But hope this is informational for you guys, and this is something you should definitely do before you make a big purchase, such as a turbo or something like that. You might have an engine failure, so save you a couple dollars. Hopefully point me in the right direction on which way to go with this repair. All right, we'll get started. So one of the first things I did it off camera, was I pulled out the radiator fan. I think this is probably going to be your trickiest part of this whole job, of this whole test. There's one T25 here if you're a standard transmission. If you're an automatic transmission, you also have one T25 screw on the bottom. It's holding on the heat exchanger onto the fan shroud. You have to be really careful while you're pulling it out because this plastic's pretty brittle, especially this coolant hose right here for the reservoir. I actually broke the nipple off, so I'm gonna have to replace that this coming week. I already ordered the part off FCP Euro. I'll do that video later this week. Disconnect your power supply wire with the fan. And it's definitely just gonna fight you the whole way up. It was a little frustrating getting it off. There's a little rubber boot on your intercooler charge pipe. Take a flathead screwdriver, twist it in there, and it should pop off. I also found that pulling the clip on the bottom of my intercooler, disconnecting the pipe slightly, pushing it back, gave me just enough room to slide the fan up. I didn't see anyone else saying to do that in the videos, but that helped me a lot. It's pretty tricky to get it to slide up, but you'll be able to work it right up one side to the other, and it's going to catch on everything on its way up, but you'll be able to get it. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to pull off the engine cover. That off to the side. Disconnect all of your coil packs, as we're going to have to pull all the spark plugs out. Something else I'm gonna do, just because I'm gonna go through and read each plug. So I'm gonna actually look at the tips of all the spark plugs to see if we clearly have one problematic cylinder, just so we don't spend time that we don't need to. You can jump right to one cylinder with an issue. Looks good. Looks good. Looks good. So we're looking for is maybe a burnt tip. Look for carbon buildup, but black tip, so unburnt fuel on it. So the cylinder burning less efficiently than all the others. Or brown tip, so we're burning too lean. All these look good so far, which is a good sign. Crash washer went a little hard. But yeah, they all look good. So I'm not worried about. I'm not as worried now. I think this test will show good results. Okay, so the next thing you're going to want to do, find a straw or something. I just double stacked 2 straws. You're gonna want, or maybe a wire, you could use whatever you want. You just basically want something long enough to be able to stick inside the cylinder to pull our plug out. We're gonna be setting our cylinder to top dead center. So you put that in there. And then we're looking to have both the intake and the exhaust valves closed. So we're gonna use a 22mm socket. This is why you pull out your radiator fan, to make this easier. And you're going to turn the engine over until the straw is at its highest point. And that should be top dead center. You're going to want to make sure the car's out of gear as well. So now we're out of gear. Straw's going up, going up, and now it stops moving. So now we're at top dead center for cylinder 1. So both the intake and the exhaust valve should both be closed. The only opening should be the spark plug hole, so that's where we're going to pressurize through next. So we're going to take the hose from the kit. Go ahead and screw that in. So now we have our tester hooked up to our air line. We're going to go ahead and plug this in. Then we're going to slowly build up pressure and see what we get. Over 80, that's a good sign. That's right at 100, and I don't think we could ask for much more. I see about, I don't know if you could see it. Let's see if we can zoom you in. That looks about perfect. Maybe 1 or 2 psi pressure loss. Back that off a little. Looks a little heavy. And maybe 89 or 98, 99 psi in the cylinder. It's almost perfect. That's awesome. I'm very happy to see those numbers. Very pleased. Back it off and we'll do the next cylinder. Again, almost perfect. Can't be happier with those results. It's a really good thing. Basically perfect. It's phenomenal. On to the next one. I went slightly fast on that, so I was making another trip around. Another thing to note, the engine is cold. I haven't ran it all day. It's sat all night. Perfect again. Gotta love it. Nice. Another great looking reading. 100. That looks great. Very happy. Just 2 more. Something to note too, you don't really need to go crazy on the tightness of this, just a little hand tighten. That O-ring seals just fine. Could not ask for much more than that. Almost perfect. It's pretty crazy to think with 128,000 miles. These cylinders are still holding almost perfect compression. Or almost no leaks. It's pretty phenomenal, really. Say that we still have one more to go. Let's see. See it, I wouldn't believe it. This engine is in fantastic shape. With this information, I'm almost certain it's the turbo's leaking now, so I can rest easy knowing, or rest easy with the amount of money I'm gonna have to spend, and rest easy about the power. Hopefully, I'm gonna put that much engine, that much power. You're definitely gonna want to know prior to installing single turbo whether the engine is in good shape or not. This one's in great shape. Very happy with the results. Well, that's basically it for the cylinder leak down test. All of them tested really good. I'm beyond happy with the results. So with this information in hand, I'll be able to purchase my single turbo setup with confidence, knowing that it's most likely this front turbo. I think it's failed. It's either that or the oil line. I don't know. It could still be the oil line being restricted, but I think I'm just going to go straight for the single turbo. Get rid of these twins. The wastegate rattle's annoying anyways. So with this information, I'm beyond happy. I would suggest doing this test before anybody purchases a single turbo or condemns a turbo, because the turbos are wicked expensive. Even if you do this, the twins, it's still almost the cost as a brand new engine. So having to do that repair on top of having a bad engine, that could want you to get right out of owning a 335i for $100 something for the tester, a couple hours labor. You can do this test yourself in all reality, or you could have a shop do it and they won't charge you too much. Just for the peace of mind, I would 100% do this test before you condemn a set of turbos for a smoking issue, just because these engines can have ringland failure as well as failed turbos, so it's not uncommon. But I'm extremely happy with these results, and hope this was informational for you guys. Hope you learned something. Hope you can pull some information out of this that's useful for you, and hope you all have a great day. Bye.